vāyuḥ, mano buddhir cha ahaṅkāra itīyaṁ me bhinnā prakṛtir aṣṭadhā. So, shall I speak in English? Because if I speak in Hindi, these people cannot understand. So, this is very scientific proposal. How these material elements, earth, water, fire, air, sky, and subtle material elements, mind, intelligence, and ego, are growing from Kṛṣṇa. But if we give little attention, it is not very difficult to understand. Just like you sow one little seed on the ground, just like a banyan tree. Gradually, that seed becomes a very big banyan tree. So, matter does not produce living energy. From the living energy, the matter is produced. That is the fact. The theory that Buddhist theory, they say that living symptom grows under certain condition of material combination. That is not the fact. We don't find such thing. Then the scientist would have been able to produce life in the laboratory by combination of matter and chemical. So far, it has not been possible, neither it is possible at any time. Because from Bhagavad-gītā, we understand that two energies are working. Material energy and the spiritual energy. Here is the description of the material energy. Bhūmir, nalo. In the next verse, it is clearly said that apareyam, all these material energies, they are inferior quality. And besides these inferior quality material elements, there is another prakṛtir or nature, jivabhūt, that is living entity, mahabhāt. Jaya idam dharjati jagat. Practically, the spiritual energy is maintaining this cosmic manifestation, not the material energy. Unfortunately, the material scientists, they do not understand it, and they put different theories that from matter a spiritual energy grow. No, that is not that. The practical example is just like this body. This body is produced when the living entity is there within the womb of the mother. The living entity is injected through the semina of the father within the womb of the mother. Karmana daivanetrena jantar deha upapat. According to our karma, we are put into the stamina of a particular type of father, and the living entity is injected in sex life within the womb of the mother, and if there is no disadvantage for the living condition of the living entity within the womb of the mother, then it grows body. The modern contraceptive method is to destroy the favorable condition for the living entity. It is not allowed. The living entity does not die. Na jayatana mriyateva. Living entity has no death. But because a living entity ordained to live under certain condition in the womb, and that is checked, that is violating the order of the Supreme. By Supreme Daivanetrena, by superior management. There is a big management, superior management. By superior management, it is a living entity is put to accept a certain type of body. When it is disturbed, that means it is neglecting the order of the Supreme, therefore it is sin. The contraceptive method adopted by the modern civilization is sinful activity. Because it is not allowed to accept a certain place which was ascertained or allotted by the Supreme Will. Not the living entity dies, but it is refused the place. Just like the example, one apartment is allotted to you, and if somebody does not allow you to enter that apartment, it is criminal. It is criminal. Is it not in the law? If you are allotted you have rented some room and you are going there, but somebody comes and does not allow you, no, you cannot enter, or by force he drives you away, then it is a criminal act. So there are so many certain laws of material nature or God, we do not know it. Therefore, we are committing simply sinful life. And sinful life means godlessness. That is also described in the Bhagavad-gītā. Namang duskitinam mudha. Duskitinam, because they are always engaged in sinful activities, and mudha, rascal, ignorant, without any knowledge of the laws of nature or laws of God. Namang duskitinam mudha. Prabhupada naradhama. Naradhama. In the human form of life, there is a chance of understanding or knowing all these laws of God and nature. It is not difficult. Everything is described in the literature, Vedic literature. Simply we have to read it and know it. Just like what I am explaining to you, how a living entity develops a material body, not that I have experimented in the laboratory or I am a great scientist, but I take it from the Vedic literature. It is clearly written there, karmana daivanetrena jantar deha upavatti. How a living entity develops his material body, that is described in the Srimad Bhagavatam. So we can read it, we can learn it, then we understand the science of different bodies. There are 8,400,000 species of bodies. So, the knowledge is there. Here also, the same thing. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Kṛṣṇa, claims that all these material energies, all these material elements, bhūmir, vāyuḥ, mano, buddhir, they are my energies. So, as we produce this body by our energy, as soon as we are placed in the womb of our mother, then we develop our body. Therefore, this is a fact. Just like if a child is born dead, it does not grow body, because the soul is now gone from the body. Therefore, the conclusion is that the spirit soul is the basic principle for growing matter. Not that from matter a living symptoms are grown. That's not the fact. From the living body, from the living entity, this matter grows. We have got so many instances, just like from the seed of a banyan tree, a big tree grows. And Kṛṣṇa says, vāyuḥkhaṁ sarvabhūtānaṁ. I am the beads, I am the seed. I am the seed. He claims to be the seed. So, why not, when he says that these material elements are my energies, so what is the difficult to understand? Just like this material body, it has grown up out of my energy. I am a fragmental, spiritual spark, part and parcel of the Supreme. I am the same quality, but very, very small. That smallness is also described in the Vedic literatures. Īsādra satubhāgasya satudha kalpitasya jiva bhagas abhigyēyam sa anantaya kalpat. The dimension of the living entity is there. It is a false theory that the soul has no form or God has no form. God has form and the soul has form. Nitya nityanam, cetana cetananam. These are the Vedic information. Every one of us, we have got form. But the form is so small and minute that we cannot see with these gross material eyes. Therefore, we have to take information from the Vedic literature about the form. Shruti. Things, just like in the present age also, we are accepting so many things simply by hearing. Just like these people are advertising that they are going to the moon planet. You do not go to the moon planet. You simply hear from the newspaper and believe it. That's all. So, it does not require experiment. If you hear from the authoritative source, you have to accept it as fact. Not that in every instance you have to use your senses directly. Therefore, hearing is very important thing. And the Vedas are called Srutis. Sruti means the knowledge from the Vedas are received by hearing. Srutaya, by hearing. The hearing also we get from any knowledge. Just like here we are speaking from Bhagavad-gītā. You are hearing. So unless you think that by hearing you shall get the knowledge, then why do you take so much trouble of hearing? So hearing is very important. And according to Vedic system, there are three kinds of evidences. Shruti, itīyaṁ, and anuman. Now, prakṛtir, anuman, and Shruti. Prakṛtir, direct perception, and Shruti, by hearing, give more importance to the process of hearing than prakṛtir. That is actually happening. Just like we are seeing, directly we are seeing the sun, planet, but we are seeing just like a dish. But actually it is 1,400,000 times bigger than the sun. So this knowledge we get by hearing from the expert astronomer that the body of the sun is so big. So therefore Shruti is very important thing. So our Vedic system is that you hear from the Vedas the exact knowledge, exact information, and you get exact knowledge. We cannot change. We give so much importance to the writings of the Vedas. Shruti pramana. Shruti pramana, evidence by hearing, by the Vedas. So here, we are hearing from Kṛṣṇa, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, that matter grows out of the energy of the spirit soul. This is the fact. Therefore, the spirit soul, jiva bhuta, mahāvār, jaidam dhāja, the spirit soul has been given more importance than the material, apara. These material elements are inferior quality energy of the Supreme Lord, whereas the living entity is superior quality of energy of the Lord. This is the conclusion. Jiva bhuta mahāvār. Superior quality, because we living entities, we are trying to exploit the material energy. That is material civilization. Jaidam dhājati jagat. This material world means the superior energy, living entity, is trying to lord it over the material energy. That's all. This is material energy, our world. Everyone, according to our capacity. The animals, they are also making their house. The bird also preparing their nest on the tree, which we cannot do. They are expert in making their own nest. Neither we can live in that way. And we are creating or making the skyscraper building. So, according to the intelligence, we are trying to exploit the material resources, either as bird or beast or insect or human being or demigod. There are so many 8,400,000 species of forms of life. Everyone is trying. Manasasthani indriyani prakṛtisthani karasati. That is explained by Kṛṣṇa. That these living entities, they are my part and parcel. Because part and parcel, we have got the same quality. As God has created this big gigantic universe, not only one universe, there are many millions and trillions of universes. Just saprabha prabhavatu jagadanda koti. Jagadanda koti. Simply by expansion of his Brahma Jyoti. Within the Brahma Jyoti, there are innumerable universes. And in each and every universe, there is innumerable number of planets. Jasya prabha prabhavato jagadanna koti, kotishu asesha vasudhadi vibhuti bhinnā. Each and every planet has got different atmosphere. They are not of the same type. Therefore, on the moon planet, the atmosphere is different. These people are going there, but I do not know that they are going. Even they are going, but they could not give us the real atmosphere of the moon planet. But we get it. We have got all the information in the Vedic literature. It is very cool. And I think some scientists said that the temperature in the moon planet is below 200 degrees. Is it not? Yes, they said 200 degrees. It is very cold. So all the information, and we get information from Bhagavatam that the moon planet is very cold, and the inhabitants there, they drink somaras. Somaras are a kind of beverage which makes the body warm, suitable for living condition in the moon planet. And they live for 10,000 of years. So now they say there is no life there, but we get a different information. There is contradiction. So apart from this, all this material, cosmic manifestation, this material world, is born out of the energy of the Supreme Lord. That we can understand very easily. Not that all of a sudden some matter came into existence, there was a chunk, and there's like so many theories are there about the creation. Not that. From practical experience, we see that from the living seed, a big tree comes out. From the living spark, this body comes out. And as soon as this living spark goes out of it, aṣṭadhā, as it gives up this body, then he has to accept another body. In this way, the material world is going. Unless there is a living entity within the matter, it does not grow body. The conclusion is, as Kṛṣṇa says, that the material elements are different products of my energy. As we produce our body by our own energy, just like this hair is growing because I have got the energy. I do not know what is that energy, how it is growing. I do not know. But it is the fact. I have got a reserved energy by which the hairs are growing, the nails are growing, the body is growing, changing, purposeful. But as soon as I leave this body, there will be no more hair growing, no more nails. It is very easy to understand that as my energy is producing matter in this body, similarly, it is Kṛṣṇa's energy which is producing this material world. This is a right conclusion. Bhūmir nalo vāyuḥkhaṁ mano buddhir. Apareyam itīyaṁ prakṛtir me vidhi para jiva bhūtaṁ mahābhav. So, this jiva bhuta, very small, minute, 1/10,000 part of the upper portion of the hair. Kesagra satabhagas. Kesagra, the tip of the hair, you divide into 100 parts. Then take one part, again divide it into 100 parts. Jiva bhava savijñā. That is the dimension of the living entity. That is made, we cannot see the tip of the hair. It's just like a small full stop. And how you can divide into 10,000 parts? You have no machine. You have no experimental process. But there is a form. It is so small. That small particle is within you, within me, within the elephant, within the ant, within Brahma, everywhere. But they have developed different types of bond. But the basic principle is that a small particle of part and parcel of Kṛṣṇa. So how much Kṛṣṇa can produce? If I am a small particle of Kṛṣṇa, I can produce the body like this or an elephant. So how much Kṛṣṇa can expand his body? This is not very difficult to understand. Simply, one should be little sober and try to understand it by reasoning. So it is fact. Not that Kṛṣṇa is speaking something fabulous, we may not believe. But we have to believe it from actual fact. Etad jonini bhutani sarvani itupodharaya ahaṅ Kṛṣṇa sab jagata prabhava pralaya satha. This is another problem. There are all these etad jonini. There are 8,400,000 of forms or species of life. So Kṛṣṇa says they are simply combination of the superior energy and inferior energy. The material energy and spiritual energy. Two energy. Just like we produce something by combination of matter only. Because we cannot produce spiritual energy. That is not possible. Because that is Kṛṣṇa's part and parcel. We can handle with these material elements. The material elements we collect, some earth, some wood, some stone, or some other things, and combine together we can create a big skyscraper building. So if we can create a skyscraper building, why not Kṛṣṇa create the whole universe? What is the difference? Why we should disbelieve this statement? If I am a small particle, I can create so many things, big bridges and big houses. So Kṛṣṇa, the full spiritual identity, because he is full spiritual identity, we are simply part and parcel. Nitya Nityana. He is also a living entity. He is not in person. We are person. A small quantity of spirit. We have got our personality. And the biggest spiritual whole, why he should be in person? He must be person. This is the conclusion. But because we cannot understand, just like we do not know whether the president of our India is a person or imperson. Because we have not seen it, that does not mean that he is not a person. Similarly, because we have not seen Kṛṣṇa, we cannot conclude that God is impersonal. But from evidences, by reasoning, at least we can understand that if we are part and parcel of Kṛṣṇa, each one of us is the individual person, why the origin of our existence should be impersonal? What is the reason? Therefore, Kṛṣṇa says that avajananti māgamūಢā. God is person. They cannot understand. They cannot accommodate because they are mūಢā, rascals. They have no sufficient knowledge. Avajananti māgamūrā. It is bewildering. How the origin of the cosmic manifestation can become a person. But it is not difficult to understand. Suppose we have heard about so many big industrialists. They have got big mills running on. But if somebody says that the person by whose energy the mills are running on is a person, so what is the question? What is the reason that we shall not believe that he is a person? Yes, we believe. Similarly, this cosmic manifestation created by the energy of Kṛṣṇa, why should we not accept him as a person? What is the reason? He says, they are my energy. As you can create by your energy so many things, so why Kṛṣṇa cannot create the whole cosmic manifestation by his energy? This is the fact. Here two energies are explained. Material energy and spiritual energy. And Kṛṣṇa explains here, etat junini bhūtāni sarvani tu buddhir. So, just try to understand. All these things, they are simply a combination of matter and spirit. That's all. As soon as the spirit is minus, the matter remains a lump of matter, and as soon as the spirit is there, it moves. Therefore, because it moves, the moving force, therefore it is superior energy. But Kṛṣṇa concludes that ahaṅ Kṛṣṇasya jagata prabhava pralayasya. But he is the original. Because the material energy is coming from him and the spiritual energy is also coming from him. Therefore, he is the origin of both the energies. Therefore, he is the original cause of all cause. That is accepted. Ishara Parama Kṛṣṇa Sachidananda Vigraha. Vigraha is not in person. Vigraha means he has got a form. Ishara Parama Kṛṣṇa Sachidananda Vigraha. Anadi, Ladi Govinda, Sarva Karana Karana. He is the cause of all God. And Kṛṣṇa also says in the Bhagavad-gītā, ahaṅ sarvasya prabhava matta sarvaṁ pravartate iti matya bhajante maṅ buddha bhava samannit. One who knows that Kṛṣṇa is the origin of everything. Bhava. This bhava requires ecstasy. Oh, Kṛṣṇa is so great. That requires. That bhava, to produce that bhava, it requires training. That training is this Kṛṣṇa consciousness movement. You have to produce the bhava. Unless you get that bhava, you cannot understand. One who has got the bhava, iti matya bhajante maṅ buddha bhava samannit. So, a devotee means who has attained to the stage of bhava. Buddha. That bhava cannot be produced unless one is Buddha. Buddha means perfectly knowledge. That is also stated in another way. Kṛṣṇa says, Bahunam janmanamante jnanavan maṅ prapaddati. After many births of philosophical speculation, jnanavan. The jnanavan, those who are wise men, they do not accept all of a sudden anything. They want to apply their reasoning. So, philosophy is the science of reason. So, Jnani, wise men, they may speculate for many births. But ultimately, unless he comes to the conclusion Vasudeva sarvamiti. Kṛṣṇa is everything. Kṛṣṇa is the origin of everything. His knowledge is imperfect. Ishara parama Kṛṣṇa. Unless one comes to this knowledge, he is simply speculation. Sama eva hi kevalam. That is stated. Sama, simply labor. In another place it is said that jennera vindakha vimukta manina tai asvabhat abhishuddha buddhir. Vimukta manin, by mental speculation, they think that they have become liberated. They have become Narayan. No, one cannot become Narayan, but everyone is part and parcel of Narayan. Or in quality, the Narayan quality is there, not that the Supreme Narayan. That is not possible. Part cannot be equal to the whole. Therefore, one who feels falsely that now I am now liberated, I have realized myself, I am God or Narayan. The Bhagavad says, Abhishuddha Buddha. His intelligence is still contaminated. He is under the clutches of Maya. How he can be Narayan? That is not possible. Abhishuddha Buddha. And because his intelligence is not clean, therefore, arujyakritsena parang padam tata patansi adha anadisa dushmadang. Arujyakritsena, by severe type of austerities and penances. The Mayavadi philosophers, they observe very severe type of, not nowadays, but during Shankaracharya's time, they used to take 3 times bath, lying down on the floor, no bedding, nothing, very strict. So that process of self-realization is very, very difficult. The arujya kritsena, kritcha means difficult process. So, accepting this difficult process of self-realization, they come to the point of Brahma realization, param padam. But because he has no shelter under your lotus feet, he falls down again to the material world. We have seen many learned Mayavadi philosophers, they first of all give up this world, Brahma Sattva Jagan Mithya, but after a few days they come back again in this Mithya world to profess or to continue their business as humanitarian, opening his schools and hospitals. Or why you are coming here again opening hospitals and schools? If you have left this world as mithya, why you are after this mithya school and hospitals? But they could not get anything. Brahma. They could not understand what is Brahma. That is the defect. That is explained in the Srimad Bhagavad. Arujyakritsena parang padam. By severe austerities and penances, they come to the point of Brahma understanding. But because they have no shelter on the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, they fall down again to this material engagement. That is your answer. So that is not the process. Therefore, Bhagavan Kṛṣṇa says that after having bitter experiences of this going up and coming down, Brahma bhuvana lokan punaravartirajya. So, when actually comes to the conclusion, the Vasudeva sarvamit, Kṛṣṇa is everything. Sa Mahatma Sudurlabha. That type of Mahatma is very rare. A Mahatma talking either this and that you can see. But one who has concluded that Kṛṣṇa is everything, Kṛṣṇa is the cause of everything, Kṛṣṇa is the supreme. Sa Mahatma Sudurga. But so we have to take account. What is that? Symptom that a Mahatma Rastamang Prārtha Devi Prakṛti Mar. Such Mahatma, they are under the influence of spiritual energy. We have already explained material energy and spiritual energy. Therefore, we Vaishnavas, we take center of the spiritual energy of Kṛṣṇa, Radharani, or Sita, Sitaram, Radharani, Radha Kṛṣṇa, Lakshmi Narayana. We take center of the energy. Instead, just like we can take shelter of the sun sign, the energy of the sun. You cannot direct approach the sun, you will burn out. Similarly, this process is to take Devi Prakṛti Mas. Devi Prakṛti. Every energy is Krishna's energy, Parasa Shakti, Dividaiva Sriyate. Every energy is material energy also, Devi, because it is emanation from the Supreme. Maybe inferior, but it is the energy of the Supreme. Inferior in this sense by comparison. Otherwise, no energy is inferior. Therefore, the higher spiritual sense, there is nothing material, everything is spiritual. That is called sarvam khalu idam brahma. That is higher sense, not in the lower sense. So in this way, if we are intelligent enough, if we understand that after many, many births, we have to take shelter of Kṛṣṇa. Bahunam janmanam ante. Now why not take it immediate? This is intelligence. If we have to come to that point for making our life perfect, to come to Kṛṣṇa and surrender, then why not surrender immediately? Kṛṣṇa is canvassing. Sarva dharman parityajya mami kansana. That is intelligence. Thank you very much.